Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, remember to hit that bell for notifications for when we drop new videos.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Boogeyman Radio. I'm Dave. And right over there,
Chuck.
I almost messed it up. I was like, whoa.
Oh, wrong side. No.
No!
Might have been. What?
In case y'all were wondering where we were at last week, not here.
I was in Vegas.
What were you doing in Vegas, Charles?
Enjoying a hard-fought win of the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Cheers.
What a game. I would say all four quarters, my heart wanted to jump out of my chest and explode. Because that was one hell of a game.
Yeah?
Offense, couldn't do much in the beginning, but that's okay. We still scored. Defense rocked it. I mean, the first half not so much because they ran over us like it was nothing. But when it came down to scoring, we stopped them. Not every time, but a very good portion of the time.
I will just add,
Yeah.
good game for the Chiefs and everything, good win. But I will just add, if it wasn't for Dre Greenlaw going down, would the Chiefs have scored? Because once he got hurt, the Chiefs' offense moved a lot better, and that backup linebacker gave up everything. He's like, there we go.
I would say that second half
but a W is a W.
That second half just tanked. But I will say, if we didn't block that kick, we wouldn't have won.
There's that too.
Our defense, that was technically special teams too. Defense and special teams did a great job, especially on fumbles. It was a great job. I think, aside from when we verse the Bills, every time we verse the Bills, it's usually a great game. And people were like, it was boring. It was so boring. I was like, you guys, they weren't scoring left and right, but that's because both teams were working hard, really hard.
Oh God, dude, it was so bad. I thought, so I made some posts about Kelsey possibly retiring, but like, he looked gassed by the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, he was.
I watched one play where he was split out wide, and he play started. He just started walking.
Yep.
It was a run play, but
everybody was tired.
He just started walking, put his hands on his hips.
He knew it was a run play. He's just relaxing. Exactly.
Take the play off.
But my favorite play of the entire game was when Mahomes kept the ball and ran it, and Kelsey blocked for him. That was actually my favorite play of the entire game.
It was a good game.
It was.
A good game.
And so, anyways, I left 7 a.m. that Friday before. Mm-hmm. Left there with a couple other friends, and we did a road trip out to Vegas. It was a lot of fun. We went down through New Mexico, through Arizona, stopped in Flagstaff for the night, which, by the way, had received 3 feet of snow within the last 2 days of us getting there. So the roads in town were just absolutely miserable. The highway, flawless. Nice. Highway was great. But as soon as you come into Flagstaff, oh, buddy.
Come on, Missouri.
That was fun.
Pull your head out of your ass.
I know, the highways especially, like, my gosh. But, so anyways, we were going to stop in Albuquerque, but we decided that if we stopped in Flagstaff, we'd have more time in Vegas the next day. So, after that, then we got up and drove 4 or 5 hours away to Vegas. And I will say, we had no idea that the Hoover Dam was located where it was when we were coming into town. And we were like, you know what? Hey, we saw a sign for Hoover Dam. Like, look, we got plenty of time. Let's stop. So we just decided to stop and get some pics of the Hoover Dam, and I'm thankful I went. I'm so thankful I went.
You stopped at a haunted location.
Exactly, dude. I wanted to take a damn tour too, but it wouldn't. We didn't have enough time.
Damn.
Maybe get some damn bait, But it was really neat.
This
guys.
goddamn.
Like as far as like American, like whatever you want to call it, like
Americana.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Touristy thing.
yeah, and the wonders of like American craftsmanship, I'll say.
Yeah.
Back in that day, it's
yeah.
it's pretty freaking awesome. It's still how much it's held up. And anyways, yeah, I would have loved to have taken a tour, but
I've driven over it, but it was late at night, so I didn't see a damn thing.
and that was that was the thing too. Like, you don't, when you're on that bridge, you don't even really see, because well, I guess we were in a car too. We were in a sedan, so we couldn't see over the concrete. But that would have been a great shot from on top of the bridge. We just decided, hey, let's get back in the car and get to Vegas. So got to Vegas. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to ask you the burning question everybody else is already thinking.
Okay.
Did you stop by the museum?
No, absolutely not. It was like $50 for the to get in. Tickets were like $40 something to $50 something. I was not paying that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
like
I was not
Branson.
paying that. Well,
like Branson
no, for
prices.
real. But here's the thing also, too. I wasn't in charge of where we were going location-wise. It was kind of an all three of us decision thing because everybody wanted to stick together. Mind you, I'd been there 10 years earlier, almost walking like every single place by myself. But I wasn't afraid to walk around. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, we got to Vegas, went around Fremont, went through a couple casinos there, had lunch there, took a picture of the cowboy, the neon sign. It was pretty cool to see. We left there, went over to the Sphere, which is absolutely massive. It's huge.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't stand next to the thing and take pictures because it's just so massive. So after that, another friend of mine, one of the guys decided to go play cards for like 3 or 4 hours. And so myself and the other friend were like, hey, well, let's walk around and sightsee. Let's see what there is to see on the Strip. And when I was there 10 years ago, I kind of stopped at one point. Well, this time we got to go past that point and walk around to other stuff. So there was obviously a lot of people. There was really no crossing the street. Thankfully, you had to use the walk over bridges, whatever those are. And we went through like 5 casinos, but it took us those 5 casinos to just find one normal frickin' bar. We were walking through every single, it's like a restaurant bar or just like a too fancy of a little bar, when we were just looking to something to go like belly up to. Just, you got bar stools around it, like literally in the middle of the floor. And we just sat there for like 2 hours drinking, watching sports, talking to these chicks from Indiana. And then there was like another couple from Nashville. They actually came to watch the game, like go to the game.
Oh, cool.
I was just, that's impressive. So it was really neat meeting a bunch of different people. And so yeah, basically then we went to a restaurant called Carmine's inside Caesar's Palace. Delicious. Amazing Italian food. Amazing.
I will say, like, for me, I've only been to Vegas once and been on the Strip, honestly, just once. But driving down the Strip, I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
I thought it would be bigger.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it would be bigger.
Okay.
Like, everything was just so, like, all the
Compact.
buildings and stuff was compact. Yeah, so close together and compact.
So tight
like,
in there, dude. Yeah.
But no, I actually had a good time when I was in Vegas. But
yeah, and I mean that's the thing. Like, when I walk around Vegas, I just want to see the different kind of, like, there was a few Super Bowl things there, but the main Super Bowl stuff was at Mandalay Bay. But they were charging like $75 just to get in and like do certain things. And yeah, I was not a fan of that, so we didn't do it. But then we decided to pay a little bit of money to watch the game inside of the MGM Grand. There was a little bar there. Drinks were included. We definitely got our money's worth out of drinks, especially what they were charging for drinks in Vegas.
Nice.
Just insane. Well, I mean, they
mean,
market
you
the
did.
prices like 30 to 40%. So
is that where you were texting me from?
no,
drunk
I
text?
think that was Saturday night. That was the other bar inside of Treasure Island, I believe.
Oh man, no,
Or
it's
one of the
good
two.
time.
I don't know.
Good
It
time.
was a great time, and I was feeling myself. Saturday was definitely the better day, I feel like, as far as drinking goes. Sunday, I really didn't want to drink a whole lot, personally.
I don't
Just had
blame
a
you.
feeling, I didn't want to deal with idiots. Like, it was the Super Bowl. There was easily way more San Francisco fans than Chiefs fans, like 100%. But
Well,
to
I
hear
mean-
the old sweet, sweet silence after the Chiefs won that scoring touchdown, oh man, that's great.
Oh man, no. Yeah.
But it's great for them because they don't have to drive as far back. So, did
Cassie
you go
wants
to
to know.
Cheetahs? I don't even know what Cheetahs is. Is that a strip club? I'm being serious. Like, is that a dancing exotic club? I should probably say that instead. I don't. So, if you don't know what it is, you definitely can't afford one. So we went to that. It was. I mean, we didn't do anything like hangover craziness or.
Right.
It was literally just cut and dry. Go the best strip club. See.
You didn't
One of
get
the
up on
guys,
top
he
of
wanted
the
to go
building, drink some
to-
Jägermeister.
Yeah, there was like some rhino place, and I was like, I'm not a fan. Like, I was not with the idea. Plus, he was really gone. He was lost in the sauce. And then goes to dinner and has a freaking. He's already gone from us drinking at the bar, and then, or not at the bar, at the game, which was a bar. And then we decided to wait a little bit because then we had dinner reservations at 9:15 at a really nice steak place inside MGM. And this dude already messed up, orders a martini, and then orders a bottle of wine. I'm like, my God, dude, you are messed up. So we were just like, yeah, let's just go back to the Airbnb and call it good. Like,
Just
we
wait
were
till you get that
done.
credit card bill in.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I spent what?
Yeah, exactly. So no thanks. I'm good. Yeah. He was aware of it the next day because his Apple Pay and stuff was ding, 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 ding. All the alerts like, just set off his phone. But no, Vegas was fantastic. I'm happy the Chiefs won. We're going to run it. We're going to try to get it back and get that three-peat this year and be in New Orleans, I think. That's where it's at.
Yeah, New Orleans.
It's going to be an interesting year, but not for about football.
Yes.
Had a
It
great
wasn't
time.
about football. It was about your trip.
It was. It was a
It
great
sounded
trip.
like you had a good time, though.
I did. I slept for most of the return back.
Good.
Honestly, I was
Well
that last
rested.
day, I was just out. Yeah, except for when I had to drive, but it's fine.
Well, I know some of you guys saw. I did another video, a live stream on Paratainment Review Monday, and yeah, that was kind of the influence for tonight's episode. Honestly,
Which, I mean, to be fair, you and I have always been vocal about what irritates us.
yeah,
Or doesn't necessarily have to irritate us, but like a little cringe or like a little
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody has those. Don't get me wrong, but we have always been like not afraid to say something.
yeah. And I mean, I've scaled back some. There's
To a
some
point.
some points I'll backpedal on a little bit because
Yeah.
I can see both sides of certain things, and when it comes to like the filming aspect, like I understand it, like I get it. If you're gonna go get your money, go get your money. Go do what you're gonna do. But on the other hand, when you're involved in both aspects of it, then you have to like draw a line. It seems like, and kind of pick which side you're gonna represent.
Absolutely.
So, I try to toe that line because for me personally, like I'm heavily involved in one aspect, but I'm also not heavily involved, but I love the other aspect. So like,
True.
it's like being in the middle of your parents getting divorced and you love them both. It's like,
Absolutely.
So we're gonna dive into tonight with what I love this title, Dear Paranormal Field.
I do too. I think it's a great title.
This is us addressing certain issues in the paranormal field, and directly to the paranormal field. So those of you that
Yes.
are in the paranormal field, listen up.
Most
Now
most of our viewers. I mean, what?
So I am going to like preface this right with what's up OTXL. I don't know how to pronounce
that on
it there.
Kick?
Over on Kick. Yeah.
Nice.
So what's up over there on Kick? I'm going to preface this with this is both serious and satire. So like if you can't figure out which is which, whatever. If you get butthurt, that's on you.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say.
If
you
we're
get
living
butthurt,
rent free in your head, I don't know why you're not charging us for rent. Anyways,
tell your friends.
exactly.
They can come watch the video
But-
and bump our numbers up.
But
What's up?
I think our very first two Dear Paranormals in the chat are great.
Yeah, let's address those real quick. So if you're watching and you have a Dear Paranormal you want to throw out there, throw it out there. All right?
Serious or not serious, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Put it in the chat.
put it in the chat. Even you over there on Kick. So Cassie's Dear Paranormal Field. I'm over you.
Facts. Facts. All right.
I get it.
Josh.
Go ahead, read it.
Dear Paranormal Field, to be considered an investigator and have credibility, wannabes must go through an intense process in order to be certified as not being a jackass by an actual investigator. Now, while I do agree with several parts of that statement, there are some things I may not not always agree with, because how do we know they're actually a paranormal investigator, right? Like there's no schooling, there's no there's no certificates, there's no nothing. I mean, you could get I've taken a class in demonology that was offered by Bishop Long, and he gives you like this little paper, oh yeah, you're certified in demonology, whatever. But to the public eye, what does that matter? Can I put that on my resume?
Yeah. I have a certificate from the University of Bullshit.
Yeah. In the town of you.
No, that's a actual thing though. There are people out there who are saying, "Hey, come take this class on the paranormal, and I will give you a certificate saying you're a paranormal investigator." And people are paying for that crap, man.
Yeah, it's wild. Just wild. When your experience and relations with other people can help bloom you and blossom you into a great paranormal investigator. Mind you, you have to be willing to accept criticism. It's going if you're going to give criticism, you have to be able to accept it as well.
I got to read Jerry's here.
No, that's fine.
Dear Paranormal Field, if a paranormal team or person says, if you make a noise or say something, I will leave this room. You're dead to me. That's why we were there, not to walk out. And he goes on with, if it is an intelligent haunt, that's one thing. If it's a residual haunt, it only happens periodically, so don't walk out.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Facts.
Mind blown, guys. You were not supposed to leave when they say leave.
Am I annoying you? Maybe I should leave if I'm annoying you. Are we getting activity to happen? Maybe we should leave.
But then again, Jerry, it is also a respect thing. If it's an intelligent haunt.
Am I in your personal space?
If you want me to fuck off,
the ghost is in my bubble. I want it to leave.
then throw me out of this room.
Exactly. But I do agree. I think the questioning of, we will leave right now if you do something crazy. Like, I'm not a big fan of that too, personally.
If you're really here, touch my willy.
Oh, okay. No.
Nope, nothing happening.
Nope.
What is that, ectoplasm?
Nope. What is that?
What?
All right, so if you have more that you want to add to it too, like if you have more little triggers that come up and you want to put them in the chat, go for it while we're reading ours off.
If they're intelligent, they'll light me on fire. If they knew better, they would light you on fire. But if they're intelligent, they're probably like, oh, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Probably, yeah. Well, can't do that. I'll never come back.
It's the day and age where we can sue anybody and anything.
Dude, could you hold on.
Sue your doll.
Hold on.
Something just pop in your pants.
Great TV show idea.
Uh-oh.
Great, like just as like a spoof or something. I don't know, something stupid. Paranormal team goes to investigate, or someone takes a paranormal tour, whatever, of a location. They get injured. Something happens. I'm gonna sue this ghost in this location for my injury that I received from ghost hunting.
I was looking for you, and you hurt me.
You hurt me. The ghost of this lady who's been dead in this place for years pushed me, and now I have massive brain damage. So I'm going to sue the location.
I felt attacked.
Words are violence.
All right, guys.
Just
Ghostbox
says, you're an idiot. I take that personal, and that's offensive.
I'm offended. Why are the ghosts white?
Make you stay with them. Why are the ghost white? Oh, God. I can see through you. If they want
my
you
God.
out, they're not going to turn you into a ghost to make their wait.
Make you stay with them.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. Because I'd haunt them the rest of the time. I'd be like, "Hey, ghost, we're gonna be best friends."
Hey, remember when you said F you and then you killed me? Well,
Right.
guess what? Now you're
You're
with me.
now. Exactly. All right. What's one? Oh yeah. You started off.
I'll start it off. I don't have any like music to cue up. I was gonna cue some music up, but
Nah,
here we
it's
go.
fine. It's fine.
My first one. Dear Paranormal Field, you aren't doing EVPs. You're not ghosts. Stop saying you're doing EVPs. The reason
Why
I say
is that,
Dave, let's talk about what an EVP is.
Yes.
An EVP stands for electronic voice phenomenon. It's when you record a voice of somebody or something that was not physically present at the time. You couldn't hear it at the time. The audio, you could not hear it.
So you're telling me you're not going to do electronic voice phenomena?
Yeah, we're not ghosts, guys. We don't, just please, for the love of God and
guys, I'm gonna go
everything that is
record-
holy. If you have a
I'm gonna
pet
do an
peeve,
electronic voice phenomena session, guys.
if you have a pet peeve about like the whole there
Oh yeah.
thing on
Two
Facebook,
and two.
just equate this to that. Because number one, if you're going to go and record audio, say you're going to go record audio.
I'm gonna go do a recording.
You're going to go do a recording.
Yeah. Whatever.
You are not going to do EVPs unless you're
Recording
dead.
session. Hell, whatever.
Right? So,
Like just. Ugh.
so the biggest, so if you're going to take anything away from this, is terminology means a lot.
It does.
So know your terminology
Details matter.
and stop doing EVPs.
All right. How do I? You can go ahead.
I got you.
Dear Paranormal Field, not every single sound at a location is paranormal.
All right. Let's talk about it.
So, if you're in an old house, what's most likely going to happen? Creaks? Random shifting noises of the house? The wind gusts and the house could move,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, did you hear the footstep? Did you hear the door open?
Old buildings settle, guys. Settle down now. They settle, they make noises, they pop. People outside, they do stuff. They open car doors, they shut car doors, dogs bark, trains roll by.
Literally.
There's a lot of things that make sounds.
So
Mice,
that's okay. So that's gonna go with another one that I have.
they're scratching on the wall.
That's gonna go. So be aware of your location's surroundings.
Jeez.
Where you're at has a surrounding. Why do you think people like when they're outside, when it's outside investigations, certain times of the year it's really hard to do it because of bugs and constant audio just contamination. It just Yes, exactly, Jerry. Exactly. Don't overreact. Debunk first. Use your brain and senses. Now, I will say, if I see a full body apparition, or if I hear a voice that I know does not belong there, like the female voice when Dave and I heard it in the hallway, because there was no females there the last time we were at Malvern, I'm going to be like, holy crap buckets, what was that? But I'm not going to be like, yeah, you know what
David!
I'm saying. Yeah,
David!
exactly.
It's all
Like
David!
when I was younger, that's how I would react to things because I was
Yeah.
new, and that's a part of that. But this is a part of maturing in the paranormal field. You start to learn more things as you go, more people you meet. Like it's just how it goes.
I like Cassie's. Dear Paranormal
I like
Field.
Cassie's too. I really do.
It's probably just dust.
So, dear Paranormal Field, not every freaking particle on the screen that looks like a ball is an orb. It's just not. If it's not creating its own life source and that light is not bouncing off of anything else in that room, it's a pretty good chance.
Let me
It's not an
correct
orb.
you. Let me correct
Okay,
you
No, go for it. Absolutely.
on terminology here. Definition of an orb is
Yeah.
a circle. And
Okay.
every ball on the screen is an orb,
Technically,
but orbs
yes.
aren't ghosts.
Right. Like it's not a ghost orb. It's not a
Thank you.
spiritual manifestation of a ghost. Mind you, there are some things that you see in pictures or videos that are light anomalies that could be spirits. Could be something. But usually it's either dust or bugs.
I had the top of my blanket pulled down there and felt something in my face. Oh, when she was at Malvern.
Oh, yeah.
She got teabagged by a ghost.
Whose bed were you in?
Whoa. Whoa.
Or was it at the couches? Was it the couches?
Probably at the couches, I think.
Probably the couches. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Because you were teabagged there, but it was not a ghost.
Something like that. But I mean,
Josh.
okay, so, but really though, like when you go back, I want to kind of go back a little bit and talk about the sounds of locations.
Yeah, let's keep going. Yeah.
Bars, trains, audio, people driving by, people walking by, anything, like
If
anything
you're-
that's you need to go investigate it.
If you're next to
it's
a
something
bar,
big. Yes,
if you're next to a bar, you're not getting shit done until like 3:00.
yeah,
That's a fact. Unless you're looking
Yeah.
for visuals. Outside of that, don't record audio because you're gonna get a whole mess.
yeah, and I'm not when you're at Malvern, you got to be careful because there's this loud specific truck that comes by almost like clockwork at nights. It
Like
just
they're racing.
It seriously, that's what sometimes it feels like, or
And it
someone's
usually
getting
happens.
off work or what have you. But
It usually lasts till midnight or so.
yeah, so we know that people come through with their loud trucks. It's Iowa country. It's all right.
For the most part, I have stopped investigating outside locations,
Yeah.
like outdoor investigations,
it's just
because
hard.
the sound is so hard to record. You got cicadas, you got all kinds of bugs and
yeah.
stuff, and like you don't know what you're actually capturing. Now, sometimes I have gotten some great audio from outdoor locations, some cemeteries.
Yeah, same. I've got some pretty good audio too.
Harbor Village, although Harbor Village is more like an outdoor-indoor kind of thing because there's buildings you go into, but it's an outdoor place. But
I've never heard a gunshot in. That's one thing I've only captured outside. I've definitely heard either what sounded like a cannon or a gunshot
oh, fuck,
outside.
I've heard a gunshot inside. I've
Really?
heard at Garnett
Holy
House.
moly!
Scared the piss out of me. So John was asleep on the couch. I was sleeping in the recliner. Spurrier was in the other room, crashed out. And this is about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. For some reason, I started to wake up and I was trying to readjust in the recliner, and I'm just laying there trying to go back to sleep. Then boom! Sounded like somebody shot a shotgun in the house.
That would be scary.
I sat straight up. I saw John sit straight up. Justin
scary.
slept through it.
John's PTSD kicking it in.
Probably. But Justin, he slept through it. He didn't hear it. And John and I, we
Yeah.
walked all over the house. Nothing's out of place,
Yeah,
But to make that loud of a sound, the
That's
second
scary,
floor would
dude.
have had to cave in.
yeah,
Like
that's scary.
it was loud. I've never before or since heard anything like that indoors.
What up, Silent? Good to have you here, bud. Glad to see
Yeah,
you
what's up,
finally
bud?
join the rest of the peoples.
Silent,
Appreciate
your email never went through, so you're gonna have to try send it again. I'll put the email down in here again.
That's a good one, Jess. It's a very, very good one.
There you go. There's the email to send your Addy at, and I will send your prize tomorrow.
All right, I'm gonna read Jess's. You read Lori's. Hi, Lori. All right. Dear Paranormal Field.
Oh,
Well, that's
you're gonna-
Lori's. Yeah, I'm gonna read Jess's.
Okay, that's it.
Dear Paranormal Field, if you get an intelligent response on a spirit box, don't always assume it's telling the truth, because ghosts can lie too.
It's true.
It's very, very true.
And if it's a demon, it's not going to tell you the truth anyway.
True.
Or will it? You never know.
You know what? That's a great segue, Dave.
Oh yeah.
Dear Paranormal Field.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. What? Dear
Okay.
Paranormal Field. Not every haunting is a demon. not every haunted location has a demonic spirit. I would say 9 times out of 10, I'm seeing a ton of videos online of people that check out this demon place, check out this demon place. It's haunted by a demon. Get a grip, guys. It's for
Yes.
clicks. We know.
We know.
You're not faking anybody except your viewers who don't really know much.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's an oversaturation, and it's really become a problem. And this is where it's become a problem. It's not so much that they're using it for video clicks or anything. It's the problem lies when people that aren't in the field are watching it at home, and then
Yes.
they think that their place is haunted, and then they start suspecting, well, if this is going on at a demonic location, well, then
Right.
this stuff that I'm experiencing is demonic. So we just got demons running
Yeah.
all over the place.
There's multiple factors to it. Like, you're not helping anybody with labeling every single location you visited as
Shots
demonic.
fired. Shots fired.
I don't know who that is.
The Foreman brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Nice.
Um,
Glory. No Mexican food before an investigation.
no.
Yeah, that is a big no. I've had Taco Bell once, and it didn't go bad, but I'll take the one time, and that's it.
No Chipotle. And when she says Mexican food, she means all Mexican food.
Yeah.
Even Italian food, dude. Oh.
Al mexicano.
Well, you know what happened. Like, you saw the demon that we captured at the Missouri State Pen. Yeah.
Good point, Jess.
We went out to dinner with Chad Pline at a Mexican restaurant.
Nice.
Just saying. We caught a demon.
It gets a messy situation. But,
Yeah.
also, Jess
Smells-
wanted
I
to
smell the
add...
sulfur. Huh?
Right. Jess wanted to add that reputation also turns small towns against paranormal locations.
That's true,
and
too.
it also turns down historical societies or people that run historical buildings
Mm-hmm.
against any other paranormal investigators that want to come around.
Yeah. If you are throwing up videos on YouTube or whatever of, oh, this is demonic and all this is happening, you know, why would a historical society allow that shit to happen again?
Literally.
Like,
Why
if
would they
you're the
want that to
first
happen?
team they've ever encountered and you're doing that,
Yes.
they don't want to stir. Number one, they'll probably believe it, and then they'll be like, well, we don't want to stir anything up.
Right.
Number
and shut it
two,
down.
they already know that's not the case, and they're going to shut it down again
Yeah.
because they don't want that out there as such happening in Leavenworth.
Jerry, right. Jerry also says make sure to distinguish not all evil presence is demonic either. Absolutely. There are plenty of evil things out there that are
There's
not
evil people.
demonic. There's evil people. Clearly.
Not demonic.
Pretty freaking obvious about this anyways. But yeah, it's not demonic. It's just people sometimes are just evil. And
Yeah.
spirits are sometimes they're just
If-
evil.
Personality carries over in the afterlife. Why couldn't a spirit be ornery?
And Cassie, could you elaborate a little bit more on that? Because I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about. If it's certain locations or just they're tearing down certain locations. So
Evil swamp gas. Swamp ass.
that's true. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Unless Leavenworth's like, we don't want to be known as a haunted town. Atchison's already got that one.
There we go. Dear Paranormal Field, stop using the paranormal for fame. Actually do some research. This one is probably going to be like the most controversial thing out there. Because, yes, there's teams that are doing good things, like doing events, helping raise funds for different locations and all that, yada, yada, yada. But one of the big things I'm seeing are people getting into the paranormal field just so they can make a YouTube channel. Or they're getting into the paranormal field just so they can do events. Never investigated like
Right.
outside of an event. Never done their own research. They see stuff that they see on TV and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to host an event and we're going to do that." Where's the advancements there? Where's the
Right.
you know, the paranormal? We used to preach, like a lot of us, I don't want to say name. We'll just say names in the paranormal field. A lot of us used to preach the paranormal is not a game. It's not a joke. It's not something that you should just be out dicking with willy nilly.
Sweet. Sorry. Cassie's comment.
Yeah, I know. I've already talked to them.
That'd be dope.
By the way. But people, like I was saying, we used to say that the paranormal is no game. We shouldn't just be going in willy-nilly, swinging our dicks around, hoping to strike something.
Right.
Because you never know what you're going to come across, and
how it's going to affect your life.
Yeah, there's that too. And then, like, as far as reputation goes, like, you could turn out to get a reputation like Zach Bagans, or you could get a reputation like, some of these YouTubers, or you can get a reputation of somebody that's been in the field for a long time and has made, like, substantial, what's the word I'm looking for? Like accomplishments, or you've done some good things in the paranormal field to help advance it, or give people new tools and ideas to further the research. I don't know if it's gone through yet. I'll have to check my email.
Sometimes I miss the days where it was just helping people.
Yeah. And honestly, it's because of these YouTubers that every place is haunted now.
Yeah, true. So sad. If it's abandoned and looks like crap, it's probably haunted.
Cassie's leaving the paranormal because she's sick of the crap, like I'm talking about. Yeah. There's a lot of people that were great researchers that were doing things of substance that have up and left the paranormal field, or they're just not out investigating anymore, or at least publicly they're not doing anything. And if they do anything, it's like once a year maybe. Yeah. It's because it's all sensationalized. It is over sensationalized. Mm-hmm. And I get it 100%. I've been doing this for about 20 years as well. The guy in the Boogeyman radio logo. Who
knows?
What guy in the Boogeyman radio logo?
You're wearing haunting history stuff. I'm wearing chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I forgot.
You can still learn a lot from her, Jerry.
You can still pick her brain.
History. And she's got plenty of experience with the paranormal too, so
But with the sensationalism, like, there's a lot of drawbacks, because at that point, what do you believe?
Literally.
I mean, let's take the Estes sessions, the Estes method.
Yep. Good segue.
People are doing those a lot. And one of the things I've seen and noticed, and if you watch Paratainment Review, I kind of stated this on the last review, the one I just did. Why are people doing the Estes session in the same room? Like, they're within talking distance of the person doing with the headphones and blindfold on. Why are they standing right there where they could clearly hear them? Not all headphones are noise canceling headphones. You can't just slap on a pair of headphones and be like, oh, those are noise canceling headphones. They can't hear us. There's sound coming through. Yada, yada, yada. Bullshit.
The only time that I would say that might be okay is if the person asking questions is literally talking like this.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Because otherwise, they will hear you. I've been on too many sessions already where someone will go before me, put the headset on, and is like, I can pretty much hear everything someone says.
Put several rooms between you. Separate the floors. Somebody go downstairs, somebody stay upstairs or something.
I do understand when it's big events and people do Estes. In some big events that I've been a part of where people have done Estes methods in certain rooms, I can understand that. I can. And it's not me dogging anyone. It's for the guests. I get it. It makes sense. No, I don't want to.
I did it, and it was perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. There's people that I care about that I know have done this, and I don't want to bring too much attention to it as far as like who they are. I'm not going to.
Don't call them out by name if you're not comfortable with it. But
no, just because I love these people and exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Like, let me just say this in regard to that. We have a lot of friends in the paranormal field.
Oh yeah,
and we know they do that. They're guilty of it, of doing this. It's not their fault. It's just become this trend where everybody started doing it. So like it becomes like muscle memory. You see it done a lot, and then you start doing it yourself, and you're doing it subconsciously. You're not even thinking about it while you're at the investigation. So I mean, it just wears it.
It
you know.
does. But I will say that I think the two best ways that I've seen it done was the one time where we did it at Malvern. It was both Midwest Mysteries, where we did it at Malvern, and I was upstairs. Mitch was in a completely different room downstairs. Like that made sense. You were in between us to tell me what Mitch said.
Yeah,
that way
relaying the
he's
messages.
not getting any confusion from you. What exactly. And then the other one, which was at the Carpenter's Mortuary, where
Yeah.
we had the two microphones going into one Bluetooth speaker. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Literally perfect. That's why, to this day, that experiment was one of my favorite experiments that we did, because you and Josh both said the word baby milliseconds from each other. What is the chances of that happening on a random FM ITC sweep device? What are
And two
the
separate parts of the
chances?
building
Literally, you were on opposite ends of the entire building.
with
That just blew my freaking mind.
two different microcoms,
Yes.
2 different sessions,
So
pouring into one speaker.
literally,
both answers.
right? Like literally, ding, ding, don't. That was baby. That was literally it. And the fact that you have other responses from the word baby that you've put into from your last investigation there, that was a holy crap moment for me. That was really cool that happened. So things like that, I can respect and stuff. And real quick too, I want to lead into this as well.
Yeah.
Dear Paranormal Field,
Oh, wait. Go.
this may get some heat from this one,
Yes.
but phone apps are just phone apps. And there's many that can be manipulated and that are designed to be manipulated and that have word banks. Now some, you know what? I trust several people when it comes to their knowledge of apps. And if they say not to use it, I will not use it. I will not use it whatsoever, because I know they worked for phone companies and they know how to dissect programs and go through the program. So, with that being said, you have to be very skeptical of phone apps. You have to be. Not everything. Like, it's getting to the point now where it just seems like if you're getting most of your evidence on phone apps, what are you really investigating? What are you really doing? Because certain phone apps can go off of what you say, your area, what's popular in your area, and that can turn it into a word, and boom, you say that, and you can almost relate any certain word to a location. Baby, I'll say that one, right? But the only reason why I went with that one is because you have had other luck with the word baby.
Yeah. And we weren't using a phone app either.
And we weren't even saying baby, we weren't even talking about it. It just says it.
So
Blew my mind.
something you said is like the biggest reason why I will not like really buy into the whole phone app thing, is because if we think about Google, we think about Facebook, if you're in a room around your phone and you're talking about, say, Wrangler jeans, and you have this conversation with somebody about needing to buy some regular jeans and all this, your phone is actively listening to you. And while it's actively listening to you, the apps like Facebook and Google are going to be putting ads on your timeline because you were talking about it. They've openly admitted and said, yeah, we're trying to help people find the things they need faster and
That's
more
called manipulating
comfortably.
data.
Yeah,
It's not
they're
hard.
they're invading your privacy is what they're
Literally.
doing. But they're putting these ads out there because you had talked about it.
Yes.
So they think you're interested in this item. So there's an ad for it.
So this technology exists. Why wouldn't it be used in
In a phone
paranormal
app.
apps as well?
You're in a location. You're saying the location's name. You're talking about certain type of history. You're talking about ghosts and stuff like that. So why wouldn't these words be popping up if they're if they've got these algorithms that are actively associating with what you're speaking about?
Yes, and like I said, I would say if a phone app has not been dissected and I don't know the person, like if someone just tells me, oh yeah, a friend of mine looked through this, I trust it, like whatever. If I don't know that person, I can't really trust that personally. And then 2, if it hasn't been ran through programming and dissected and figure out every nook and cranny of this app, I'm not going to use it. Just how it is. Like I will say there's one phone app that I do trust, only because a friend of mine has gone through it and it has no word bank. It's the Echovox. I trust the Echovox because it's literally just
It's phonemes.
like it's
Yeah.
It's phonetics. It's literally all phonetics.
Yep.
So when I hear a conversation in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
A full-on conversation in Spanish come through this thing, and someone on the tour that I'm leading says, "Is that speaking Spanish?" and starts talking with it, I'm gonna trust that.
Yeah.
Other than having word banks and stuff like that. But yes, that is literally the only app that I know I 100% trust, just because it has been through the ringer as far as people going through it and figuring out all this kind of stuff.
And Jess
And
brought
then-
up a good point about it
Lori?
asking permissions.
Yes.
If it's asking for permissions to your microphone and stuff like that, that's because it wants to hear you.
Yes.
Lori, dear Paranormal Field, stop whispering.
Literally. Speak clearly.
Stop it.
That was me.
Okay,
Did you guys hear that?
not a whole lot of time left, but I'm gonna
breathy voice.
I'm gonna bring a couple of them up real quick that are
Okay.
small but still need to be addressed.
But with that stop whispering,
Yes.
also, if you're going to do a recording session, make sure you say your name. Make sure everybody says their name. That way you know who's all there. And now
This is something I've been preaching, and I'm you've been on investigations with me.
Yes.
Anybody that's been on investigations with me knows I do this. If I'm
Lori
leading the
and
EVP
Billy.
session, we are doing this. We are getting
Yes.
everybody's voice on recording so we can compare if we catch an EVP later on.
Jess, that's a very good point. And not claiming tummy noises. Yes. If
Yes.
you make any sort of
If you're-
bodily sound, you
Speak
need to
up.
claim it.
Speak up about it. Yes. All right.
That's great frozen screen.
Dear Paranormal Field, why are you taking souvenirs from haunted locations?
Ooh, what?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Huh? What? What's that, Dave? What do you mean taking things from haunted locations?
So this is something that's been going on for a while. I've seen location owners bring this up in on Facebook and things like that, where people are just taking items from those locations. It could be a salt shaker, it could be something minute, or it could be, and sometimes half the time it's actually something substantial, like a
Yes.
toy or a doll or something from these locations.
For real, Cassie.
It's like, why the hell are you doing this? You're literally stealing from these locations.
Yeah.
No, I have a problem with thieves anyway. I absolutely hate thieves.
Same way, bud. I'm the
And-
exact same way.
The people that are going to these events or going to just investigate or whatever, and they're taking a souvenir, that's thievery. That's 100% thieving. You're
Yes.
stealing.
Yes.
And these location owners, they don't like that.
No,
You
it's
will not be
appreciated.
welcome back. And I love it. It doesn't happen very often, but I love it when they call those people out.
Yes.
And they deserve, yeah, exactly,
They do.
Jess. They deserve an attachment if they steal.
Absolutely.
The worst
I will
kind.
say we did talk about this earlier. If a location owner gives you something, whole different story. You're not
Yeah.
literally stealing it.
If you ask for permission to take an item, that's another
Or that
complete
too,
different
yes.
story. But just to take it, to be taking it, to add to your collection.
Oh my god,
or whatever,
I got something from Malvern. I got something from Sally House. I got something from
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Is number one, and number two, you're a freaking thief. And
I
I
didn't know
don't
that
want
wasn't the
anything to do
ghost's
with it.
favorite toy, and now you just ruined it. Good job.
Yeah, yeah,
Good job.
maybe. If you gave permission to use your microphone, probably.
Yep.
Steph let us take wallpaper from the
See?
McIntyre if we peeled it off the wall.
That's a different story.
Totally different story.
She lets you do that.
She gave you permission.
Exactly.
All right. You have more?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
All right. Wait a minute. Let's do this. Go.
dear Paranormal Field, have a skeptic mindset at every haunted location or supposed haunted location.
All right.
And
Not
what I
everything
mean
is a
by
haunting.
that, not everything is a freaking haunting. Not every location is haunted.
Yes.
People could just be experiencing things. They could be stressed. They could be exposed to high level of EMF that can, make them see things, or just otherwise. They could be psychotic. You don't know. Not every place is haunted. I'm just saying. It's just how it goes.
No, and it goes in hand with knowing about your surroundings and things like that.
Yes.
A lot of things are going to make sounds. Don't assume it's a ghost.
Doesn't mean it's
Don't assume
paranormal.
a place is haunted just because of the way it looks.
And if you can try to duplicate it, awesome. Do it. If you can prove it to duplicate it, awesome. If you could duplicate it, then it's probably not paranormal. Unless, or you know what? Here's another good one too. If you do something close to or in the vicinity of a piece of equipment or a trigger object or what have you, and that thing goes off.
Like stepping towards a REM pod?
Pretty good chance that was you. Pretty good chance that was you. If you have a doll sitting up on a shelf and you're like climbing a staircase next to that doll and the doll falls, there's things called vibrations that can make things knock off,
No. Yeah.
Like, there's a good chance that you might have set that thing off.
Very
like,
good
if
chance.
someone, I would say almost every single time, if someone is standing next to a door or is close to a door and that door moves or opens or what have you, I'm going to immediately think that person affected the door somehow.
Right.
That's just how that's just the skeptic in me. The first thought I go to is, how can I recreate this, or what's the most likely chance that it was recreated?
Yeah.
Just how it goes. Like, y'all giving me a headache.
All right. I got another one for you.
Okay.
Dear Paranormal Field, not every doll is haunted. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's talk about that one. Because that one...
What do you mean, Dave? If it's not creepy, it's not haunted? Or if it's creepy, it's not haunted? What?
There has been a fluctuation...
Huge fluctuation.
Of people wanting to own haunted dolls. I don't know what it is. People just want to be haunted.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why. That's an attachment.
I want $1 million.
Did y'all watch Annabelle? Did you research? Yeah. Not even watch. Did you research the story of Annabelle or Robert the Doll or I don't know. I don't really want to own a haunted item personally.
Everybody that's owned a legitimately haunted item wanted to get rid of that item.
Usually,
there's not a reason they wanted to keep it. I'm going to make millions.
I've seen oh my gosh, I don't know if it still goes on, but there was a huge wave, I would say a little bit longer than 4 or 5 years ago, where people were just buying Dybbuk boxes or supposed Dybbuk boxes. Why would you want that upon yourself? Why would you want that upon yourself?
Yeah. Trying to be Zach Baggins in a museum?
Dude, there's a reason why the paranormal field has consequences.
You're just asking for it.
You are literally asking for it.
It's
you're asking
dumb.
for it on just going to not even asking for it, but you're opening yourself up every time you go to a haunted location. You're investigating this stuff. You don't know what you're gonna come across.
And yet you want to get a haunted doll.
And that's and yet you want to get a haunted doll.
Or ripped off.
To me personally, that's I understand. I'm not a big Ouija board person. It's just me because I haven't been. I don't know how to open or close or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just it's kind of not necessarily a sense of magic, but it's out of my realm of comfortability, I guess, or what I'm comfortable with. And if other people do it, cool, that's fine. I don't care, but I'm not going to be a part of the session. I'm going to be out of that session.
Josh says YouTube views. I mean, some people do it for YouTube views, but there's people out there that legitimately just want to buy and own a haunted doll. Yes. If you go on Etsy and type in haunted dolls and look at the price range, you're looking at anywhere from $8 or so to some of them are $45,000, and it's
ridiculous.
And they just because somebody wrote a backstory to it doesn't mean it's freaking haunted.
People are just asking for it.
There are a lot of people taking advantage of people that are doing that.
Yes,
that are wanting
100%.
Those dolls. 100%. But the whole fact of believing that there's this many dolls out there that are haunted is asinine. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
so not every creepy doll is haunted, guys. Just because it's creepy, and you get a weird feeling from it, doesn't mean it's haunted. It's
Yeah.
just your mind warning you that this
Yes.
is scary looking.
And there's some things that I just my personal opinions on certain equipment I won't use. It's just how it goes.
Yep.
It's just like the phone apps. There's certain ones that I definitely will not ever use, but some people swear it's the best thing ever. Like the SLS stick figure cameras. I'm not a big fan of those. I'm
Me
really
neither.
not a big fan of those. Just
Not a-
because
I'm a
to
fan of
me
saving
it's
money.
very well that too. It's very easy. Yeah, that's another thing. Why Dear Paranormal Field?
Why are you spending $300?
Why is your equipment so dang expensive? For lights that just either blink red or blue. Like, what? I don't get it. Why?
I have one more.
I've got one
I'm gonna
more.
do.
But I mean,
Okay.
mine's not really a paranormal field. It's more of just like a. Why are there so many dang freaking camera cuts on YouTube paranormal videos?
Right.
It just doesn't. I mean, it makes sense for views because people
Makes me
have
suck.
very. What?
It makes me sick.
Makes you sick. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Like
Sick.
something else.
Sick. It makes me dick. What'd you
Yeah,
think I said?
exactly. $30 to build a motion sensor music box.
But yet they sell it for $200.
Yeah, that's why honestly I just prefer give me a nice little camera, get a recorder.
I'm telling
If
you,
it's
people
just me
cash
or
in
one
on
or
shit.
two people.
Which is
I'm good because I'm more about having a physical manifestation or a physical sound that I hear, not make the light turn blue. Like
dude, it went off. The device went off.
oh my god,
It's a spirit.
It's crazy.
And I'm over here like shaking hands with the ghost, being like, "Well, that's cool." But
Yeah, like there's a reason why I like the EDI meter because that thing only goes off when you know there's a substantial amount of EMF flow through there.
and the EDI Plus measures it. So if you are into science, you have scientific data.
Literally.
Scientific data.
I think I've said the same word before, and you gave me crap about it.
No, I
Scientifical.
absolutely said it. Scientifical.
That's great, fantastic. You know what you're gonna say, okay?
No.
No, and that goes into the trust the equipment that you're using.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you have to be able to trust it. Your own attachments. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Dear Paranormal Field, make sure you aren't investigating your own attachments.
Right.
Or if you are, make it known to others that you are investigating your own attachments. Or if something follows you.
Well,
what
here's the
have you.
thing, though. Here's the thing with that, though. Like, there are some people that have attachments that might go to another location and that attachment follows them.
True.
And they think they're getting interaction from that location. And
Yes.
they don't know if they're getting that until it says, like, maybe there's a name they're familiar with. And it just keeps saying the name wherever they go. So then
Because-
you're like, at that point, you're probably like, okay, it's my attachment. Go away, dude. Like, I'm trying
Right.
to talk to these motherfuckers.
Like the one that got me for a while was, not for a while, but for a little bit there. At, I think Malvern, there was a spirit that's called Dave or David, right?
That's
It's like-
Garnet.
Garnett, that's where it's at. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's when that
Justin.
comes through, my mind automatically just goes to you.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, oh, it's Dave, but then I found out that there's actually something there that could be named Dave or David, and I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. That's a different story.
Which Justin's had this spirit come through long before Garnet named David.
Cassie just nailed it on the head there.
No, you're
Dear Paranormal
why and
Field.
how it works.
Know your equipment, why and how it works, and what interferes with it, and etc. Absolutely. If you're going to use a device, I expect you to know how to use that device and what it does and what it measures. Do you think you're out hear something?
Yeah. I got a story to tell you after the show.
Okay.
Stuff happening around here.
MSP for a while. I'm so
Missouri
sorry.
State Pen.
Thank you. My mind just wasn't processing locations very well there. Dear Paranormal Field, change your damn batteries before investigating. Charge your dead battery. Gotta take it down. Why? Just charging it, I swear.
Okay. I've got one more. I'm going to jump into this.
All right. Jump into it. Get it full dive.
Dear Paranormal Field, stop recycling the same paranormal celebrities on TV shows and at conferences.
Boom! Mic drop.
Mic
So
drop.
are we into the show? Is that it? Is it just over right there? I'm kidding.
No, not right there.
Kidding. We're going to talk about it.
No. We're going to talk about it.
Just couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
That's what I just said, man. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about it. No,
Exactly.
the reason I say this, especially for the cons, the shows it gets a little ridiculous when you see the Tennessee Wraith Chasers on like 50 different shows doing the same stupid shit they always do. Because they don't look. There's teams out there. There's investigators out there that don't freaking do anything differently.
No.
They don't introduce anything new. But if they do, it's because they learned it from somebody else and they don't give them credit for it. Which brings me to the Paracons. These guys are not like saying anything new.
Right.
If you've gone to any Paracons, you're hearing how I got in the field.
Yeah.
What is an orb?
Usually.
Let's see. You're hearing outside of the Bigfoot thing, like with the ghost and hauntings, you're hearing if they've been on TV, you're hearing about their adventures and their experiences. And that's it. They're telling you about locations and stuff like that. You're not learning anything. What are you learning from these guys that you don't already know? Honestly.
Do they have groundbreaking evidence at all? No? All right, cool. Don't care.
I mean, I'm
interested in paranormal stories. Don't get me wrong. I like hearing people's stories.
But if you go to these conferences and you've seen like, who's somebody that's been at all these, that's constantly at these things, like Jason Hawes. If you hear the same story from him day in and day out, event after event after event, you know what that's doing when they're sitting there loading these damn same celebrities in like cattle, like you're getting the same thing. You're not learning anything. And it's blocking people that actually have knowledge.
Yes.
People that have ideas and research and would like to explore that with other people and get information out there so other people can research and do things to grow the field. That blocks that from even happening. And that's what a paranormal con is supposed to be in my eyes. It's supposed to be not only entertaining, but a learning event.
Yes.
You know, it's a way to get information out there.
Yeah, because, I mean, to me, like a lot of people don't think about it. When it comes to conferences, some people are like, oh, yeah, well, who's all the celebrities? What's all going to be? Like, cool, yeah, that's great. But what also matters is the panels where the celebrities are talking about like certain questions or answering questions that fans have. Then you can really see in the behind-the-scenes stuff of whatever they were a part of. That's always a great thing. And you're learning.
I can't tell you how many fucking times I'm getting fired up now.
Here you go, y'all. You pushed the button, everybody. You all started this. I'm kidding.
You brought this on yourselves.
Really
I can't tell you how many times I've talked to somebody that's quote unquote a paranormal celebrity, and I ask him a simple question. If you do any research into like quantum physics, you know about this experiment. I ask him, what do you think about the double slit experiment and its correlation to the paranormal field?
They're like, huh?
Like, I've never even heard of that. Like, because you don't fucking research.
Did you know that light can be observed and knows when it's being observed?
Who would have thunk it?
Wow.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And that
Fun facts.
And not to toot my own horn, whenever I did presentations at conferences, I like to teach people about, you know, some science. But my goal was to get people to start thinking differently and start exploring and doing different experiments and stuff, which is like the Midwest Mystery Tour.
Yeah,
that's the reason why it's out there, is because I'm giving you guys ideas about how you're going to take how you're going to approach your next investigation, things you're going to do on your next investigation that you've never done before. Like some of the experiments, like in Malvern when we played hide and seek. Who does that on investigations? That was not very many people.
No, because when you say I'm gonna play hide and seek with a ghost, people are gonna look at you like, what? The ghost would win every time.
Yeah, that's the point. They're supposed to help you.
Exactly. It's not that way.
And honestly, if you're a ghost, you're probably tired of people coming in and asking all these
the same questions
and doing the same thing.
Time.
Why not mix it up? Ghosts were people too. Have fun with them.
Are you still here?
Yeah.
Why are you?
Hang on a second. It's John.
It is John. I can tell. Hey, John. He probably didn't hear me. It's fine. But yes, I bet they're talking about some interesting stuff. Maybe what Dave might have heard, which maybe he will tell us. Maybe not. But yeah, I definitely feel that with the same regurgitation of questions and it gets annoying. It does. I mean, could you imagine being a spirit and you're just doing your thing in the afterlife, whatever that may be, because we don't really know, and you just have the same question, I don't know, 50 times in 1 month?
Yeah.
By like maybe different people, but you may hear the same words.
I thought I heard John out there earlier. That's why I was like, John's here.
Yeah. So what did he? Can you elaborate on what he was just talking about?
So he saw a light outside up in the sky, and he said it went like this, did a big curve, and went.
UFO. Nice.
Yeah.
Getting some UFO activity down there, eh?
Yeah. Well, we had some Bigfoot activity here, or potential.
When?
Bigfoot. I'm just a few days ago, but I'll
I'm
talk
just
about
saying.
that
Well,
later.
you have that theory.
I know.
We've talked about your theory about UFOs and Bigfoot.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so Lori says, "Dear female." Wait, what? Jerry says, "But David, Malvern hated you and loved Josh at hide and seek." True.
Yeah,
It really did.
I don't think they hated me. They just wanted to
give you
protect
crap.
Josh.
Yes.
Hiding
Because you
Josh.
found everybody else just fine. It was
Yeah,
just
I found you.
Josh.
Yeah, it was just Josh that I couldn't find.
I would be down, Cassie. Just saying.
Road trip to John's, camp out.
I'm heading down to Lebanon Lebanon, Missouri next weekend.
Oh yeah, Jason's
Lebanon,
thing.
Missouri. Yeah,
Jason's
I'll be
thing.
down there camping for one night.
But
If Mitch goes with me or not, I may take a couple days to go kind of do whatever else. So I don't know yet. We'll see.
just kind of picking up where I left off with, like. Anyway, I want the reason I do the tour, the reason I do like my speeches and stuff is to get people to look for new ideas, new experiments.
Absolutely.
There could be something simple that we're not seeing or thinking about that would be like the way to communicate with ghosts.
Could you imagine, like, just the most... I'm just going to throw something out here, and I think we've tried it before. I've been a part of something. But, like, could you imagine, like, if you're just... We need to talk at the right pitch or, like, this right sound frequency playing in the background to open up, like, a sound barrier or something. Could you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
Like, just something so simple on how to connect, or, like, flip a switch in your mind on how to connect. Like, just the endless possibilities on what could or could not happen. But
Yeah, some simple, like on the Carpenters episode when Justin and I were playing with frequencies.
Oh yeah.
During the investigation, and we were speaking with that frequency playing in the background and stuff. We at one frequency, I joked around like the Cartman thing, but like we actually had like some knocks and stuff, and we thought we heard a female voice when we had a certain frequency playing. So I mean, it's simple. You find a frequency, you play it in the background, and you speak to it. That's simple. That's simple as all be. But like it's kind of like white noise. You play white noise, and you have something come through the white noise. Boom, you get some kind of audio interruption. I'll look into it, Jess. But let me know when camping out.
Talking about John's.
Oh,
because Cassie made the road trip to John's. I think John would be a little off-put if we all just like showed up one day.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Like, what is everybody doing here? What the? All right.
I should talk to him about opening up his field out there to do a big camp out.
We're saying he could do a big UFO camp out.
Yeah.
Here's an idea.
But yeah, so like recycling the paranormal celebrities, it's fun and everything. It's for fans. It's nice to see, some celebrities, people that have been on TV and shit, but you're not learning anything outside of what you already know from watching their show. So
I will say, as far when it comes down to celebrities, I wasn't even interested in the whole the celebrity my ghost stories kind of thing. I wasn't. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
I don't watch ghost shows anymore. They're redundant.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a few that I watch just because I have certain respect for people and I'll look into certain things. But or if it's like, if someone shows up on that specific episode, I'll watch it. Like, someone I care about, if they're on, or if they're guest starring with the team or what have you, then I'll watch it. Or if it's specific locations too. I like watching specific locations.
Friends, I like seeing friends on shows and stuff like that. But
Absolutely.
like for the most part, like
Unless your show screws them over, but
I just don't watch like all these. The only reason I watch any of these YouTube shows is for the Paranormal Review.
That's a good point. Very good point.
Because I nitpick so much when I watch them.
I know. Me too, bud. Me too.
And I'm just going to throw, if you haven't seen it, go on Paranormal Reviews, go to the live section. You'll see the last one I did. It was with Twin Paranormal at Garnett House. Whew. That's when exactly, Cassie. That's when I watched.
Watches Kesha for the real good stuff.
It's great. Flawless. There's
She's
no
got
flaws.
Huge tracts of land, if you know what I'm saying.
There's no flaws in that investigation style.
None whatsoever.
All technique and brilliance.
You want a safe space? I can't even take that serious when it comes to ghost hunting. I really can't with investigating. Let me provide a safe space.
Are
now,
you a he?
I get it. If
are you he, she, or they, them?
Do ghosts even know? Do they?
Ghosts are they, them? Because in the afterlife there are no penises and vaginas.
See, that's a very good point. It's a very good point.
They're they, thems.
Jesus, you get canceled so fast.
Spit
Too late. Already there. Thanks, YouTube and Facebook. You hate us anyways.
Lori, you were fired up. You're reviewing their show.
Oh yeah, he was. I remember watching a little bit today. I think about halfway through it, and I'm just like, my God, this hurts.
It was cringy as.
It is, dude. There's so many.
Why
TV
are
shows
they
that
so?
Are cringy.
Why do people subscribe to that crap? I don't understand.
You know what was funny when they were doing their session when they were talking about like, it said Satan, it said evil, violent, or whatever. And it's like all these words are pretty like relevant together, and it's like, are you sure it's just not like looking up or spitting out words that are like or related to? Like it just kind of makes sense, personally, but.
Well, if you learned anything,
phone apps aren't working off each other.
I'm just gonna say, if you learned anything from our debauchery, it's have an open mind with things, I guess, and
yes.
People are gonna do their own thing.
Have an open mind, but be skeptical.
Whether it's something you believe in or something that you like doing yourself or anything, like doesn't mean that other people have to do things your way. Doesn't mean you don't have an opinion on it either.
Well, and also be patient too. Like I understand, huh?
I said, fuck that.
Hey man, if
amen.
When I first started, amen. When I first started, people were pretty patient with me.
Oh man.
Get my Cheech and Chong stoner voice coming. Amen.
Amen.
Be pretty patient with all the other newbies in the paranormal field. You know what I'm saying?
Newbies.
Newbies. Is that my Minnesota?
Mexican American. Oh, right.
That's something, I don't know. But no, be patient too with people because some people may not know and they may not want to know. And if you try to, like, hey, it might be this, and then they get super offended, pretty good chance it wasn't going to work out anyways.
Yeah. So the views and opinions expressed in this episode are those of the host, not necessarily the entire Paranormal Field, obviously. And, some of it might be satire. Some of it might, be honesty. But, take it with a grain of salt. If you relate to it, you relate to it. If you don't, you don't. It's okay if you don't. We're all human. We all make mistakes.
Oh, I got one more too.
Okay.
You don't have to zoom in on this one at all. Dear Paranormal Field, if there's a good chance that a huge portion of the paranormal field disagrees with you or thinks a certain way about you, there's a good chance that you are the problem. Just saying.
I wouldn't have said that.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
Just saying. Could be telling the truth. That could be just being satirical. You never
Whoopsies. Oh, how about this one? Dear Paranormal Field, if people are only coming to you because you can do things for them, they're probably not your friends.
Oh, that's a good one. Like, certain location owners that we know that only seem to be hanging out with people, or people are hanging out with them because, I don't know, they have a location, or they want to use their connections to get to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a true friend. It's not a true friend.
No.
That is fact. That's not satirical. I will say that's fact. That is 100% true. And it
I honestly feel sorry for some of these location owners because
that are friends of ours too, like that. We
like,
know
they don't-
for a fact.
Like they don't know who's. Well, they have an idea of who's like using them, but like they're still making money off them.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I'll say I'll just speak for one anonymous location owner who actually lets certain people in there to investigate, but he really doesn't want them there. He doesn't want them there. I say he, but
yeah, it's fine.
yeah, I mean,
We have lots of he friends that owns places. Okay. That owns places. Yeah, Jerry. What's wrong with you, dude? What is
Paranormal
wrong?
Black Book.
What is wrong? We caught you red-handed there.
I was
Jerry,
showing.
man.
I was showing Charles this. I come across my Paranormal Black Book. I'm gonna have to like put my finger over a certain part of it.
Got a
right there.
lot of connections.
My phone number.
I wouldn't even worry. No, I wouldn't even do it. I
Look at
wouldn't
that,
even do
look
it. Let the mystery seep in.
Well, they can't see it because of the lighting.
Yeah, because it's white.
Yeah, there's a
Whitewashed.
name right there with. People talk, man.
People do talk a lot.
I'm kind of surprised I found that book. Honestly, you know how long it's
Well-
been since I've seen that book.
Yeah, but you know what? Timing is everything.
Maybe that'll be our next guest.
Maybe.
Now
That'd
you
be
guys are
sweet.
like, I'm gonna go back over this video. I'm gonna have to like try to see if I can see what it is. It's a big guest. Be a
Maybe.
big guest.
It's a big guest. Maybe. They have to say yes first. Shoot,
I like
there's
getting-
guests that we've reached out to that's never even responded back to us.
I'd like to get Josh Gates on here, man.
Dude. That'd be sweet.
Be a 2-hour episode.
That'd be sweet.
If anybody knows Josh Gates, please tell him.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Get us soak ups, please.
Get over here.
Josh, you're awesome.
I love you, Josh.
Everything you do is sweet.
Let's not make this weird.
All right, everybody. You know where we'll be at next weekend. Thanks for tuning in for Boogeyman Radio tonight in our Dear Paranormal Field session. And thank you all for being in the chat and chiming in on your Dear Paranormal Field related concerns, comments, and leave them at the door. If anybody else wants to comment on the video, do so. And if you didn't comment your Dear Paranormal Field, put it in there. Put it in the chat if you're seeing it later. And we'll see you all next week. Thanks for being here.
Don't forget to go to eventbrite.com and look up Midwest Mystery Tour. Get your tickets for Malvern, McIntyre Villa, and Harbor Village. And I will be hopefully announcing another 4th location here pretty soon. Huge one.
Huge.
140,000 square feet.
What?
Yeah, I
It's a
said
lot of-
huge.
It's a lot of zeros.
It's huge. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Bye, everybody.